Hello, 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 and welcome to this ASMR reading. This is a pick a card where you are able to choose from these two and see exactly which one you want to choose, and then it'll resonate that reading that you choose from. So I will show you a little bit about the card. So whichever one of these that you read and it resonates with you, then you can choose that, or you can choose from the number 1 and 2. This being 1, visualize all forms, abundance in all forms. Visualize abundance in all forms. And 2, words of abundance. You have the ability to manifest abundance. So looking at these two cards, you can choose which one is kind of like visual and auto visual as well. So that may be something that you relate to. But either way, let's get into number 1's reading now. And timestamps are available. So pile number 1, or card number 1. Your card says, visualize abundance in all forms. Source gave you such great spiritual power that everything you visualize eventually becomes reality. So this is what people find admirable and irresistible about you, that when you visualize something, it comes into reality whether you tell them or not. Sometimes you don't tell other people what you visualize, but it still becomes your reality and people take notice of things like that. So it says, hold a steady vision of that which is beautiful, healthful, positive, and filled with blessings. And that is what you will experience. So let's get some more from the Angels of Abundance, because they have way too many. Let's get those back. Okay. Thank you. All right. Thank you. So we have 2 cards, and this one came out kind of twisted, but I'll read that and let you see. It says, God is your source. So everything you need is supplied by the infinite source of God, and your faith opens the doorway. That reminds me of like the portal, like a portal to receive. So your faith is what opens that doorway. In God, there is no lack or limitation. Rather, there's plenty of abundance for all to share. So, we also have moonlighting. You can start working on your dream career part-time while keeping your other job to pay the bills. Soon your dream career will take flight and fully support you. And now I mentioned this coming out like on the side. It could be because for some of you, which is very admirable as well, you didn't wait for this sign or any other people to tell you that you should be working on this dream of yours. You have decided to already get started. So this could be something that you have already been working on, and it is, successfully moving already. So congratulations to you on, taking that initiative and not just sitting around, because you know exactly, you're able to use your visualizing powers, and you also know that everything that has ever been, I'll say given, but anything that has ever been given to you before was coming through that divine source. And so you're not the type of person to like sit around and wait for things to shake out or for other people to approve of things for you. Sometimes you found in life that if you just go ahead and do what you were going to originally do anyway, things will turn out for you. So that is also very admirable. Let's see what we got in the tarot deck. Okay, so let's see what pops out. Some more things that are very admirable about you. Got a rebirth coming. One, two, three, four, five. Let's get one more. All right. Actually, two flipped over in the end, so. But typically I would do 6. That's okay. There's no typicals around here. Just go where the message sends me. So this is the first card that popped out. I'll try to do them in some sort of order, so the Judgment card, you are always birthing yourself or birthing something. And the Judgment card is definitely a card of reckoning and redemption. So these rebirths is not to say you're perfect, because when you're in a new state of rebirth, think about different animals when they are just getting born, like a turtle that's born without a shell or something, sometimes they have to make their tools or stay safe in different environments so that they're not preyed upon, because they're in a new space, they're in a new world. But while they're getting their bearings about and while they're learning how to walk, there is certain things around them that is like helping them survive this environment. And you're very good at being creative with the Knight of Cups and using the tools around you in order to get that redemption, your own redemption, in order to really hear that inner calling. There's something also here where you can tell by this cup and by the cup. You can tell by this card, Knight of Cups, and the card that you chose, which is visualize that, in imagination, your imagination is more important to you, because it has to be. Your imagination is what you follow, because you are a visual person. So when you want to see something, if you want to see yourself as having something, you go into your imagination and you get it. And so it's not long until you see the things that are even if it's dreams, your dreams could be very, prophetic, or, something of that nature. So whatever it is, you don't let anything, tear you away from what you have already seen with like your mind's eye, something of that nature, because you understand the power in that, and that is where all of your true power lies. So you are not one to just let that go by the wayside, and people really admire that. So let's get into this one. You are the star. Definitely have that star energy. So there is a lot of, with your imagination, is a lot of hope. Not only are you the star, Shiloh, but not only are you the star, but you have the spirituality that keeps you on this path. Like the Knight of Cups is a very steady knight. It's not rushing forward like the swords or any other knight. It has that cup, so it knows that it has to be steady. Here's another card that's telling you about air, and this one is air and water. So you could be like a water bearer or someone who has air in their charts. So, but these are important. When you look at even the number that's on this card is number 8. It's all about power and success. And like we said before, it's that inner power, your inner power, in order to deal with, the things that you have just going up against in life. So your spirituality, your imagination, and the things that you really do, not even if you're someone who goes to some church or whatever, what's most important for you is really, I'm hearing that verse, Matthew 6, I can't remember what verse, I think it's 5, but it's like the source, the God that sees you in private rewards you in public, which leads us to the 6 of Wands card. So whatever you have been doing, rebirthing yourself in private, maybe you were even judging yourself for what you were doing, what you weren't doing, you were still trying hard to be creative and hold that star energy and move with purpose. Now it is being seen in the public. Like I said, that same verse is the one that it's also another one that I remember. It's like God will reward you in front of your enemies. So like if other people's success looked like something that you wanted, this, whatever God, whatever sort words you use, but whatever that energy has for you is for you. And there's really nothing that can stop your recognition. Like I said before, what's been done in private is getting rewarded publicly. And even when I'm looking at these numbers, so the number 6 is about movement, balance, and mind you, these 2 cards came out at the same time, 2 Wands cards, which is a lot of fire energy, which fire can be seen as something that destroys with the Judgment card. But when you're also here, when you're able to hone that fire or use that fire, maybe it did destroy something, a structure that was there that didn't need to be there anymore, and now you can use it and wield the fire because you know how to handle it. So like I said, you're being rewarded in the open right now, and that is very much something that everybody looks at. You got the number 8 again, so 868. You got the number 2 here, or the number 20, but 2, which is about balance. So 8 is that 8 of Wands, speed, rapid actions right now. There's a lot of swift movement and swift decisions and just your manifestation. Like 8 is a number of manifestations, period. So you have to know that your manifestations will be coming in very quickly. Your star purpose, your people seeing your stardom, that is coming in. One of the things that will be coming in very quickly. Let me just It's up just like right here. Okay. All right. And we have the 10 of Cups. This is a terrific pile for someone who felt like you've been visualizing, and maybe, like I said, you've been doing that in the quiet moments, in the side moments, and you maybe have felt like it's not being seen or not being heard. This is a good omen, and also the Star card is a good omen to let you know that whatever like I said, you'll be rewarded abundantly and in public. So that is the ultimate completion number 10. You got 20 and 10 and divine love and harmony. There's a lot of bliss here happening for you, and these are your dreams that are coming true right now. And when you look at the number 10, it's a number of recognition as well, realization, continuation. So there's something here that's continuing. Like, it could be that that side hustle that you were like moonlighting with, and now you have made it to the place. So basically, I can give you the last card. Is the one of the Nine of Pentacles. So whatever you've been doing in secret is definitely coming out for your highest good. It's not going to be held up and kept up. The fruits of your labors are here, and really financial independence. Like, maybe you were someone who had to work with certain people or rely on others in order to get your work out, or it's something in that form. But regardless of like what you were having, the methods that you were having to use before, those aren't always going to be necessary, just moving forward. So let's get some prism cards to see what is within you that others admire as well. So the 3 that popped up were success. People will definitely, if they haven't begun already with this 6 of Wands and 10 of Cups energy, if they haven't begun to take notice, because there is a growth process, right? The things that you are using as success and seeing as success, the things that you really want in life, they take time, space, opportunity, growth, all of that to develop. So if this hasn't been, and also this is another rainbow for you as well, so double the rainbow. But if people haven't started to stand up and take notice of your success already, which for some that is like not possible, it's impossible to not see you maybe in your field, on your job, or any other place where you are able to make waves with this success. You have been seeing it. You just may be seeing a new level, because the new levels, they take time to really grow and pop. So not to say that you haven't seen rewards here, rewards there, but even you are like, there's something greater for me right now. There's something bigger, and a lot of that time it takes space to grow. You can see like you're going into the triple blackness. It's like a mirror when you go, but with this darkness, it's space, and people even admire that you're able to be someone who is like off from the crowd. Like, maybe for your work, you're not over you're focused on your pinnacles. You're not someone who's like at work and focused on everybody else, or when you get off of work, you're not someone who in your personal life is like judging people harshly or doing a lot of talking, because you have, you know, a lot of actual things that you can say about yourself instead of worrying about other people's business. So people admire that you take your time, you take your space, and you're not letting other people like come in and clog up and bring other things that don't belong. And other people really wish that they had that sort of no nonsense type of policy in their lives. Like, other people tolerate drama, tolerate a lot of stuff that you don't. They tolerate failure even. But you're the type of person who is like, I'm no nonsense about my space and who I want in my space and everything of that nature. So your growth is very important to you. That's something that you put on the front. You never let your growth, who you are, your life, sit on the back burner. Not for anybody that you know. And that's not something that you're going to start doing, because you know that, you know, where your visualizations and your imagination is going to take you is very big, because that's how we really get anywhere. Anything that you see on this desk, anything that you see around your room in this world started with someone else's imagination. Even if you have a painting on the wall, maybe you did it, maybe someone else did it, started with someone else's imagination. So that is how you get anywhere in this world. And the people who are not like you, they haven't yet figured that out yet, unfortunately. But you have that key to success and growth, and you know that, you know, using your creativity, your star-like qualities, and like I said, going into that silent moment and coming back out on the bigger side is what you're all about. So that is for you, pile number one. Thank you for watching. And just really quick, if you would like more pick a card readings, there's a whole playlist, and you can watch that as well. Pick you some more cards, get some more insight. But yes, please stick around, like the video, subscribe to the channel. More intuitive, insightful readings will be coming. So thank you for being here. Bye. Okay, so words of abundance. You may be someone who is like, hearing is your favorite method of communicating, or, you know, maybe just saying your affirmations. You like to hear your affirmations as well. So you have the ability to manifest abundance by choosing powerfully positive words. Those are what we call affirmations as well. Always describe your own and the world's economic situation in loving and optimistic terms, and that is what you attract for yourself and others. So you're someone who, your words, I'm hearing another Bible verse, my words will not return unto me void. If you've watched the first one, you know where that another Bible thing came up for me. But that is a principle that you may live off of, and if you haven't lived off it before, you certainly can today. Your words, no matter what you say, good or bad, they won't return unto you void. So that's why you're the type of person, and people really admire that you choose your words carefully and you never get into that despair moment, because many people go there and they're not confident on what they can create. So you are always the type of person where you say, basically you raised on that principle. If I don't have anything nice to say, I won't say it at all. And you use that on yourself and your ideas, or your love life, anything, the world's economic situation. You are letting it be known that you're the type of person who, I'll get one more of these. You're the type of person who, you don't want to hear the bad news. I'm getting a lot of like references from all around, but it's like, what's the name of that movie when she's lost in Kansas, Dorothy? But the witch says at one point, don't bring me no bad news. Like that, I feel like is you, the type of person that you are. So your ears and everything that you hear, you got like green and pink. So your card is the quiet retreat card. So maybe someone else around you has been bringing you some bad news, and what you need to do is have a quiet retreat. So words are powerful as your thoughts, and your thoughts are, if they could be measured, typically they cannot, but when they can be measured, they create sound as well. So your thoughts aren't nothing, they're just as powerful as these words of abundance. So quiet retreat, you may be, disconnecting from the outer world so that you can discern what are your thoughts and the feelings from your inner world and what are the thoughts of the outer world. So you're creating this quiet time for yourself, and you'll have more clarity about what to do next. So when you take that time for, like I said, words are important for you. So sometimes if your words are getting jumbled up, or if what you're meaning to convey to the world is not coming out, sometimes you need to sit back, think of how you can come with clear communication, and then come back. This could be also a partnership. Allow healthful, supportive partnerships into your personal life and career. Both parties benefit as a result. You are receiving help from heaven and from a person who brings skills and resources. So maybe you are with like a pile, a card number 1 or pile number 1, the reading I just got done. Your partner could be someone who visualizes very deeply and is able to bring things into form by visualizing, whereas you are doing it by words and by sound. So maybe you're collaborating on a work project or in your life to say, hey, you see things like this, I hear things beyond, and you just have you have two different perspectives. Whatever it is, when you come together, this is someone who's bringing something that you need. Like maybe you need to be, you've been used to talking your whole life, and that is your superpower. But maybe taking this retreat, a quiet retreat, now you got words of abundance and quiet retreat. That has to mean that you need to, use your words more effectively and not just going off, what I mean. So let's get some more insight. So let's get some tarot. Was in the other pile. It's a card about creativity and imagination. So if you watched the last one, you were called to that energy, maybe. It's just at the bottom, so. One more. Last time I said one more and 2 came out as well, so I guess I'll take all of those and let's see. First one, sometimes I like to go by memory of what dropped out first to get a story. So inspiration, this is the Page of Wands. So this looks like that journey. Obviously, it's like a limitless journey that you're always on, like just a journey of life anyway. And sometimes, like I just mean the limitless potential of who you are and who, you're exploring continuously. So that side of you is like this new journey that you're going on. It is, you're being led in a different way. So like we talked about the quiet retreat, kind of like going off somewhere or partnering with a different sense. So even when, I don't know, I'm getting like the monks, like who like go into like the mountains and they, set off and they are, quiet. Some of them even take up to not speaking at all. So maybe that's like you've been using your words, maybe you've been using your words negatively, and now you're being called to really speak less and, speak differently about how your situation's been going as of now, and using your imagination when you do that, because you know that you create with this one. Obviously the one card as well, the Magician. You know that you create your reality with your words. Like that's something that you are keen on that not many others, know about. So since you know that, it is best to use your words wisely to create things that you actually want to see. And these two cards indicate that that's what this retreat kind of has in store for you. Like you're retreating from the old way of thinking or being, and now you can create something different, something limitless. Like it's great potential for what you can create. It's also like that free spirit energy, new ideas and new discoveries, So I think this one came out next. Either way, 9, completion, strength. This is like wish come true, the ultimate satisfaction, and being grateful that what you wanted has now finally came in. It's like to the beginning of this spectrum and the end, the 1 and the 9. It's completeness. This after the 9, it all goes back to the beginning anyway. So it's like the end of a journey. Emotional satisfaction. The 10 of Pentacles. Wow, it's a lot about wealth here. A lot. This card is telling you all that you need to see. I mean, 1, 9, 10. Starting off that new cycle. I think since we talked so much about words, when you are starting off a new journey where you're not sure where you're going next or whatever, like you're in this unlimited potential phase, you're beginning something new, and there's always like a new ending. So the 10 really is just starting off. 10, 11, 12, 13, because there's always going to be something, to continue. So now that you know, though, that you're starting on a new journey, it's important to think about how you start is how you'll finish. So starting off with this creative energy, using your words for words of power, and not speaking against yourself. Because you do have, like, the thing that people admire about you is that whatever you say comes into fruition. But if you're saying the wrong things, this is a time to check that. So, and we have the number 3. 3 of Cups. It's about a celebration. So being able to keep that in check at the beginning of the journey is how you end with the 9 of Cups. How you start is how you finish. So that same creativity, keeping that through whatever you do, and seeing success in that way. Like I said, just along your journey. Now, throughout your journey, there is, so the Seven of Wands came out in reverse. Seven of Swords, sorry. But this card is really about any deception. Like maybe you had to deal with some betrayals, or even if you went through it, I mean, it's in the reverse. So it's like letting that go and starting different. Like I said, how you begin anything. So even in a relationship, however you started, if you're keeping secrets, then it stands to reason when you get to the end of you all's relationships, that person will be mirroring you and doing the same. So it's important to check yourself as well. Let's see. Okay. And duality, so that balancing of polarities. I feel like that goes with the checking yourself. Check yourself before you wreck yourself. Okay. Just checking and making sure that, you know, you're not out of alignment with this journey. Dualities, balancing yourself, balancing polarities. And this is in all, it says it right there, it's in all unions and energies. Use it. So, with love, with anything that you're doing out in the world, business, whatever, you always have multiple priorities. So the way that you balance your decisions is how you end up on a satisfactory journey. So let's get some prism. Let's see a little bit more. Balance, bringing up that Two of Pentacles again, if you ask me. But yeah, that balance, and how you start something is how you finish, and running that journey along, that is important. So, and that is something, you know, people admire about you, as well as your happiness. I think what this really is showing, like, you know, when someone is happy, they walk around really with a smile on their face. And also how you can release different brain chemicals is by smiling. So it's not just, it's an actual tactic that you can use, like, in order to experience that, smiling more, because it does release the same chemicals as if you were smiling. Like, even if you're not going through the happiest of days, it's better than walking around with like a permanent mug. I think that's why we've been aware of the, like, rest in bitch face and stuff like that. Like, funny sayings come up like that, because sometimes we'll just have that natural scowl and you don't even notice it, because that's like a program as well. So growth. Anyway, going to your growth, you're growing and learning new things that are powerful for you, and moving through whatever this is at this time, you know, learning even little tactics of things that help you get through your day is something that you really have been learning about, cherishing, and not wasting your time, and getting to implementing these things so that you can feel like you are at this 10 of Pentacles energy. How you start is how you finish. So making sure that you're, whatever you're going through right now, you're growing through it, and it's not like a constant mode of stress for everything that you're moving through, like trusting the process. I'm getting kind of like that Page of Wands, like going out on that new journey and having that balance, that stillness to know that it's kind of like that it's probably not at the end of the deck now, but the card that I showed with the cups, I talked about that in the last reading, about how the cups energy has to be steady in order for you to hold that water along that journey. You have to be steady the whole time. So that balance, that growth, all of that is important. If you're, you know, it's not like a charging energy, a charging forward energy. It's something that you keep up. The tortoise, what's that story? The tortoise and the rabbit and something. But the slow and steady wins the race. So that is the energy here for you, and that is a good energy, because you always know at the end of that victory, whatever I went through at the end is worth it. So thank you so much for watching. And if you would like to get any more intuitive readings, there's some more picker cards on the channel as well. Thank you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.